Hello YouTube, my name is the 9094.
My name is Super67.
I'm KD Terror.
This video is about anime. And it's not just, we're not going to focus on one specific anime like a lot of videos. We're going to talk about a lot of animes. And because it's our first video, we're going to tell you our personal opinions on top 10 best animes that we think. And this is our personal opinion. It's not real official statistics. So if you have your own opinions, please comment and we'll try to sort it out. So the number 10 is Solio. Solio's storyline is actually quite simple. Just two main characters. One is called Mokka, which is a Meister. A Meister is basically a person that is like a warrior. It is a fighter, someone that fights in battle. And a weapon, common sense, it is the Meister's weapon. But the weird thing is the weapon actually has a humanoid form. It has two forms, weapon form, human form. And the two main characters is Mokka and Soul. Mokka is the Meister, Soul is the weapon. And then the main evil character for this is Kishin, the Kishin. The Kishin is actually a race of very evil type of souls. And the main Kishin spreads this madness, which creates a Kishin. So that's number 10. And number 9 is
High School of the Dead. High School of the Dead is about a bunch of school kids in Japan trying to get away from zombies that overrun their school. In episode 1, the first scene you see is 3 friends running to the rooftop to get away from the zombies. When the girl gets almost captured by a zombie, one of her friends, a guy, tries to save her because they had relations. He was bitten by the zombie, and so to get the zombie off of him, his friend got a baseball bat and hit the zombie's head out of the park.
Did he become a zombie in the end?
They make their way to the roof and tries to save their friend, but it was too late for him because he turned to the zombie.
Oh, because he got hit.
His best friend, was forced to kill him before he turned into a zombie and killed them. This character consists of 9 characters. There is 5 girls and 4. Wait, no, the 5 girls. More than 5 girls, but there's 2 boys.
So 7 girls and 2 boys.
Yeah, that's pretty the summary. Number 8 is Code Geass, unknown as Code G. Code Geass is about a boy called Lelouch v Britannia. He's the lost prince of the Britannia royal family. He's about 7th in line to the throne, and it's about his how can I say it? What it takes for him to be the king at the end of this. He's given the power of Geass, which can command anyone to do anything he desires. Yeah, that's it.
Alright, so we're going to go on to Super Mario 67. We're going to talk about Death Note, which is number 6 on our list?
Yeah.
Number 7 on our list, sorry.
One of my favourite animes, his name is Death Note. Well, basically it's about a high school student whose name is Light Yagami. He was studying class when he noticed a book fell from the building. So at a break, he walked out and he took the book. The book was called Death Note. He took the Death Note to his room and he was just looking at it. It said, if you write a name, the person will die. So he looked at the television and he wrote the prisoner's name. The prisoner died of a heart attack. So his main goal was to wipe the world out of all the criminals. So basically he was called God, known as Kira. Well, he had a demon, which was your best friend.
His name is Ryu.
Yuruk. He was a playful person who liked apples. Yeah, apples.
He basically, in the anime, if you see a specific figure that's dressed like a clown, it's got a face of a clown, that's Ryu.
Yeah, and I don't want to spoil the story, but you'll see in the future that this is a battle of the minds, and well,
let's just tell you that Light's not going to have a happy ending. We'll tell you that much.
We'll tell you that, and that's about it.
It's also if you're not good with riddles and
don't watch
because Light is extremely overrated.
don't watch this.
Because Light is basically presented to the audience as a genius because he studies law and he's trying to become police. So
His dad's a police
his
officer.
dad's a police officer already, detective. So he's extremely smart. You have to be very smart with riddles to understand this anime. So number 6 on our list is
Hellsing. Hellsing is about a vampire named Alucard and his master, Sir Integra Hellsing. Alucard's job and Integra's job is to rid the world of artificial vampires. The vampires, they are artificially made by, former Nazis who implant a chip into a human's brain that would alter the DNA and turn them into artificial vampires. Alucard's job, because he is an original true blood vampire, is to rid the world of these copies,
the artificial vampires are basically copies of Alucard. Alucard is basically the original pure vampire. And as you can tell, I hope you realise that Alucard is the opposite to Dracula. I really don't know what that means in the anime, but I hope it means something.
It means he is Dracula. His name is Alucard because he is Dracula.
Oh, okay. And basically, as you can tell, Sir Integra Helsing, she is the descendant of Van Helsing, which is a vampire hunter. So number 5 on our list is
Kazuno Stigma.
This is where I come in. Kazuno Stigma is basically about a bunch of clan members. There's specifically 3 different clans: Wind, Fire, Earth. They're the main 3. I don't know why the other 2 weren't mentioned, but that's up to them. Kazuno Stigma has one main specific character, Kazuma. Kazuma is basically a man who was born in the Fire Clan, but sadly for him, he was not born with any powers. And this clan was quite strict about this kind of stuff. So because he was not able to use any of his fire abilities like his former cousins or members, he was kicked out. He was kicked out of the clan. And so his dad knew about this. His dad done it on purpose because his dad wanted him to go find his own path, his own destiny. So years after, he came back to the clan. He came back to Japan. But now he was able to use wind magic. But he did not learn from the clans. He basically met the Spirit King. The Spirit King of the Wind is basically the leader, the god of that specific element. As every single element has one specific god, has one Soul King. Kazuma made a contract with the Soul King of the Wind, which gave him the blessing, the power, the courage of that king. He basically becomes a god. And Kazuma can turn on and off this power, so he can do it. In the anime, when you watch this, if Kazuma's he has brown eyes. If Kazuma's eyes go bright blue, that means he's in the Spirit King mode. He's able to use wind magic to its full extent. And that's why, me personally, I love this anime. But sadly, it only has maximum 20 episodes?
About 24.
About 24 episodes. That's sad it's finished now. It's not ongoing, but trust me, watch it. It's a very good anime.
Number 4 is Fairy Tail.
I love this manga and anime.
Fairy Tail is about the main character named Natsu. He is the Fire Dragon Slayer.
And Dragon Slayers are basically humans that have been trained by dragons, real dragons. And there's only 3 or 5 left in the world. And yeah, there's only basically Dragon Slayers are humans, but they have dragon features. Basically, they can roll like dragons. They can use the dragon specific element. So, Karen.
There are 4 main characters. Natsu, of course. Urza, Grey, and Lucy. Urza has the ability to recreate armor and weapons to boost speed, strength, or some kind of stat. Grey is an ice magic user. He can create objects out of ice and fling them at his opponent.
You can make ice out of nothing, basically.
Yeah. Lucy is a celestial spirit user. She collects keys and makes contracts with the keys so she can summon them at will to fight her enemies.
The keys basically unlock a gate to the spirit realm. Each key has one specific realm. Basically, there's one called the Key of the Lion, which a zodiac key, basically the zodiac sign Lion, Leo. If she opens that gate, she can summon the lion Leo, and it has to do her bidding, because the contract says that the soul must obey the master. So fairy tale, that's it. And there's 3 dragon slayers that you meet. First, you meet Natsu, which is the fire dragon slayer, and then you meet Gajeel. Gajeel is the iron dragon slayer.
And then you meet Wendy, the wind dragon slayer.
She may look weak, but trust me, she is pretty strong. She's basically a little girl with blue hair. Natsu, and the way dragon slayers increase their energy is by eating their element. So Natsu, this may sound weird, but Natsu can eat fire, and fire cannot hurt him at all. Natsu can eat fire. Gajeel eats iron because he's an iron dragon slayer. He can eat metal basically. If you give him a tin can, he can eat it. And
then Wendy, well, kind of weird because you breathe air, so then she's always eating air. Really, if you think about it.
Basically, her breathing can increase her powers tenfold. And basically, there's 2 forms of Dragon Slayer: human form and Dragon Force. Dragon Force is when their body literally turns to scale. Natsu has something called the Dragon Scale. Gajeel and Wendy does as well. So that's fairy tale.
Number 3 is Full Metal Alchemist.
Full Metal Alchemist. This is my area of expertise.
2 brothers.
Full Metal Alchemist has 2 main characters: Edward and Alphonse. Edward Elric and Alphonse Elric. They're brothers, and ever since they were kids, basically, Full Metal Alchemist is basically a scientific movie, like chemistry, and basically, Full Metal Eric and Alphonse had a mum, but the dad ran off a long time ago, so they never actually met him. The mum sadly died, and they lost their mum at a young age, and they thought they could use alchemy, which is basically a sorcerer's thing, like scientific thing, alchemy to bring his mum back to life. But sadly that did not work, and they accidentally opened this thing called the Gate of Truth. And basically, if you look inside the gate, you can literally you can see the truth, you see the realness of life. But the consequence is very big, because depending on how much you see, you lose something. Like Edward saw a lot. He saw a lot, so he lost his arm, and he lost one of his legs. But of course technology was great, so he had an artificial leg. And he became an alchemist at a very young age, which was amazing in anime. And every single alchemist has a nickname. His one was called the Full Metal Alchemist. And his brother sadly lost his whole body. Like, his brother was basically dead. But his soul was in the gate, so his brother... At first, he lost his arm. He was only going to lose his arm, but then he sacrificed his leg to bring his brother back. But sadly, his brother was in an armor. A giant suit of armor. He can't sleep, he can't eat, he can't do anything a normal human can do. But in the end, he finds his dad, but there's something called the Philosopher's Stone. This storyline is massive. There's something called the Philosopher's Stone. Basically, it's a stone that can grant immortality. And his dad's immortal. His dad's like 500 years old or something. So that was number 3. Number 3, yeah.
Number 2 is Bleach.
Bleach is a teenager. His name is Ichigo, and he comes from the town Karakuri. So basically, his dad, which in the future is a former Shinigami, had a wife who sadly died, and had a son and 2 daughters. Ichigo and the rest, who are their names? Or?
I have no
idea. We don't know at the moment. So basically, one day when Ichigo was walking through the street, there was a what attacked him?
Oh, basically Ichigo lived a normal life of a teenager, but Ichigo had the ability to see spirits. Because his dad was a Soul Reaper, he kind of had Soul Reaper powers of his own. Kind of, it wasn't unlocked. So the ability leaked out. He only had ability to hear and see and communicate with spirits. One day, he had this connection with a spirit, which they were quite good friends with. And one day, a hollow, which is a demon, a devil basically, that's a hollow.
Yeah, hollow.
A hollow eats spirits. There's 2 types of spirits, holes, and hollows. Holes are good spirits, hollows are bad spirits. And basically, hollows eat the good spirits. And Ichigo, basically something happened, something was unlocked when that hollow attacked. And this Soul Reaper called Rukia Kuchiki saved him, but she thought she was being a bit naive because she thought that Ichigo could not see him. But then Rukia actually followed Ichigo's spirit pressure, spirit pressure is a Soul Reaper's power. And it was a funny scene. Ichigo thought Rukia was a thief, so just fly kicked him up the arse. And Rukia was down, and then she filled Ichigo with everything I just told you now. And then Ichigo became a Soul Reaper. By the end of episode 1, Ichigo had Soul Reaper powers. Substitute Soul Reaper. See, he wasn't really a Soul Reaper. He's a substitute Soul Reaper. But as it goes on, he met a real Soul Reaper, a full lieutenant. His name is Renji Abarai, right?
Yeah.
Renji Abarai. He met him, and then basically he was outmatched. He was defeated. His Zanpakuto. A Zanpakuto is basically Soul Reaper's ultimate weapon. It has a soul of its own. Each specific Zanpakuto has a name, body, and powers. But Ichigo did not unlock it because he was a substitute.
And so Rukia's brother, Ryuki Akushi,
which is your personal
released my personal favourite character, released his Shikai and broke his sword.
His Shikai is called Senbon Sakura.
Which basically is a bunch of flower petals.
But they're blades. They're millions of blades.
Yeah, so basically Rukia got captured by Captain Kuchiki and Renji. So when Ichigo wanted to go to the place called Serete where all the Shinigamis live,
Soul Society.
It's Soul Society, or the place in the society which is called Serete.
Yeah.
So basically Ichigo, who was depressed, wanted to go to the Soul Society, but he didn't have to go there. So he met up with a few comrades, his high school friend, her name is
Chad, Orihime, Ishida, and that's it.
Yeah. And
Uruhara.
Yeah.
Uruhara is the man that trained him.
And basically Uruhara transported them to Soul Society.
After Ichigo found out his true Soul Reaper powers.
And also, what's his name, Chad and Orihime
were trained.
Powers.
Orihime has the ability to create impenetrable shield
and
heal unhealable wounds. If your arm was chopped off, she can literally put it back together.
But that's secretly,
in the future, she's not that powerful yet.
Secretly, that power is time, where she can rewind time around a certain object and bring that object back.
And you need that for the future episodes, which we're not going to discuss now.
We don't want to spoil it. And basically, Ishida is from a clan. Ishida clan, right?
Yeah, that's his second name, Ishida.
Yeah, Ishida clan. They have abilities to use arrows. They hate hollows, and they hunt hollows. They're aware of this kind of stuff. And Ichigo, his Zanpakuto is called Zangetsu. And Zangetsu is basically an old man. Yeah, but he's unbelievably strong. So he unlocked his abilities, trained to the full extent.
But we don't want to discuss that now. We don't want to spoil the story for our viewers.
Of course, you have to listen to it yourself.
It's an amazing anime. You have to watch it.
No doubt about it.
No doubt about it.
Don't forget, that's our number 2. Number 1
is Naruto.
Naruto Shippuden. So all 3 of us, it's our most favourite and loved anime of all. Well, Naruto, the anime is actually really getting on my nerves now because the fillers have been going on for ages. 2 months now, I think.
Yeah.
It's been going on for 2 or 3 months now. Basically, the storyline is about this boy called Uzumaki, Naruto Uzumaki. Sadly, he was born as an orphan. He had no family. He had no relatives. Nothing. But he has one, not really a friend, but one spirit that always with him. It's inside him. It's called the Nine-Tailed Fox, as you know from my YouTube name, the Nine-Tails. The Nine-Tailed Fox is basically a spirit that attacked the Leaf Village. That's where he was from. 12 years ago? Yeah. And then basically the Nine-Tails kept attacking the village. And then, yeah. I don't want to spoil it. He's got the spirit of the Nine-Tailed Fox. But don't forget, you have to watch Naruto first. There's 2 different Narutos. Naruto and Naruto Shippuden. Now, you have to watch Naruto first to understand Naruto Shippuden. So, that's my advice to you. So that's our top 10 today. And thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe and comment.
Sayonara.
And next week, we will be discussing who is Toby. And that's Naruto. Clue. Thank you. Bye.